Okay, now pedagogy of English, third semester, chapter 1, language across curriculum. Just look here. Next. See, communication. What is communication? I said already, communication derived from the Latin word of communis. Communication is the word derived from the Latin word of communis. Say all of you. Communication is the word derived from the say,
Latin word communis.
Latin word of communis. Communist means to share. Communist means to share. To share our ideas, our thoughts, and etc. Okay. Communication is two types. One is verbal, other one is non-verbal. Verbal and non-verbal. When you come to know that verbal communication is further divided into oral and written. Okay, oral and written. In the oral, we can observe two. Oral, we can observe speaker and receiver. Okay, in the written communication, we can observe uh, author and reader. Okay, fine. Now, come to know about non-verbal. In the non-verbal, we can find gestures, head movements, nodding our head, knitting eyebrows, and some etc. And signs, showing some signs. And sit on means we may show our hand to downwards. Stand up means we may show our hand into upwards. Okay, in this way, signs and different signs are there, and facial expressions and body language are the crucial shows essential part of the non-verbal communication. Gestures, head movement, signs, facial expressions, body language, and etc. Now come to know that next communication involves communication involves two major components. Communication involves two major components. Say that. Say them. Can you see the? Can you
Sender and
sender and
receiver.
receiver?
Sender and
Sender,
receiver.
sender, receiver. See, okay. Here we can observe that the sender encodes. Sender encodes receiver decodes. Some of you disturbance is coming. Some of your mic. Okay, anyway, see, sender encodes and the receiver decodes. Suppose telegram in the previous days, in the olden days, telegram is there. Telegram it comes with the encoding the language, and receiver decodes. Receiver decodes. Suppose you do not know the English language, you cannot know what I am speaking. You cannot, suppose you do not know the words of the English, you cannot decode my words. So, I am speaker here, you are the receiver. Speaker encodes, receiver decodes. Understand? So, in the communication involves two major elements, that is sender and receiver. Maybe the maybe audience and the speaker in this way. So now I said need for communication. What is the need for communication? To convey our thoughts, feelings, and etc. Okay, need for communication. See, seven C's are there. Seven C's of communication. The seven C's of communication are necessary and sufficient elements for experiencing communication. They apply to both oral and written and even casual communication. They are completeness. In the communication, we should have the completeness, conciseness, completeness, conciseness, okay, completeness, conciseness,
Consideration. Content.
concreteness, clarity, courtesy, and correctness. We should have all this. We should have all this. Suppose anyone speaking, suppose there is no clarity, you cannot hear. Suppose that sentence is not completed, you cannot complete, you cannot get the complete idea. Should have completeness, conciseness. సపోజ్ నీ ముక్కు ఎక్కడ ఉందంటే ఎలా చుట్టి చూపించాం అనుకో అప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది అది? It is not direct. It is not direct speaking, indirect speaking, conciseness and consideration. We should consider what we are speaking, and concreteness. We should have the concreteness, courtesy and the correctness. Okay, then I will show now another PPT now. Wait, all of you. Elements of effective communication. Elements of effective communication. Communication is the most important skill in life. Okay, communication is the most important skill. Without communication, we cannot survive. Okay, effective communication involves meanings that go beyond words and require an understanding of perceptions. Perception. Suppose one thing another way, one receives in another way. మనం సపోజ్ ఎవరినైనా ఇన్వైట్ చేసాం అనుకో, రేపు 15వ తారీఖున మా ఇంట్లో వివాహం ఉంది, రండి తప్పనిసరిగా అన్నదానికి వస్తేరా పోరా అన్నట్టు మీనింగ్ కూడా చెప్పేది ఉంటుంది. రేపు 15వ తారీఖు మా ఇంట్లో మీటింగ్, మా ఇంట్లో పెళ్ళి ఉంది, మీరు రండి అని చెప్పేసి అని ముఖం చాట్ వేసుకుని చెప్పాడు అనుకో, రావద్దని అర్థం కదా. పర్సెప్షన్స్ అంటే రిసీవింగ్లో కూడా వే ఆఫ్ ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్ plays vital role, plays chief role. Suppose the person is inviting you in another manner and giving second meaning, second meaning. He is inviting, but he expresses second meaning. He thought that in inner meaning would not like to come, would not like to invite you. It shows he is not looking into our eyes directly. Then you can understand that you are not the invitee for them. Okay, perception. Okay, gestures. We have to show our hands and nodding our head, knitting our eyebrows, and etc. And folklore, and some of them plays vital role while we are showing all of them. Gestures and head movements and body language all comes on the folklore. And family and community dynamics. Family and community dynamics. All these elements can affect whether and how well a message is received. Okay. Then I will show now another PPT. Becoming a good oral communicator in the classroom. Becoming a good oral communicator in the class. What are the steps we have to take? What are the steps we have to take? The beautiful aspect of oral communication is that it involves not only words but also the nonsense of voice that acts as a communication channel. The nonsense of voice. Suppose the voice is not clear, the listener cannot listen properly. Voice must be clear. So we should have the clear voice, and good speakers are not born but they are made. Okay. See the now factors that matter oral communication. Factors that matter oral communication. The first one is the projection. First one is a projection. An effective voice. What sir? What? Hello? Hello? Some of you speaking? Hello? Hello? Some of you speaking? Say loudly, some of you. Hello? Hello? Anyone can speak now?
Yes, sir.
Some voice is coming. Who is speaking? Some voice.
Yes, sir. Someone is speaking, sir.
Huh? Who is speaking?
Someone are saying your voice is not clear, sir.
For you it is clear?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Is it clear for you?
Yes, sir.
Okay then. See, projection. Factors that matter oral communication, projection, and effective voice. And effective voice. We should have the effective voice. Some somebody may speak. Their voice may be, suppose male. He is male, but his voice is like a female. Some female voice is like a male. It is some irritable for us. Okay, an effective voice should have the effective voice and clear and as loud as the occasion. Clear and as loud as the occasion. Suppose in the classroom only 10 members are there. We should use the proper volume, not the highest volume we should use for the 10 members in the classroom. Suppose 100 members in the classroom, we should use the as loud as occasion. For the loud voice we should use. Loud voice we should use for the 100 members in the classroom. Suppose only 20 members are there, we have to decrease the volume of the voice. Okay, in this way, as loud as the occasion, we have to adjust ourselves, our voice. Articulation. What is articulation? We are discussing about the factors that matter oral communication. Articulation. Articulation means speaking all the parts of a word. Articulation means speaking all the parts of a word. Some of you may not speak all the parts of a word. Suppose I am asking your name. I am asking one fellow's name. He is saying, Apra, Apra, Apra. What is that? Not speaking all of the parts of the word. Venkateswara, 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 Apparao. We should speak all of the parts of your word. Suppose while we are traveling from any other village or any other town, suppose, for example, I may say, suppose you are staying in the Aquedu, suppose you are staying in the Bhimavaram bus stand. For example, I am telling, suppose you are staying in the Bhimavaram bus stop to go Aquedu. Suppose standing and waiting for the RTC, but in the outside, auto walas called Akid. See, can you find that? Articulation. He is not speaking all of the words. Akividu. He would not say Akvidu. He says Akid. రండి ఆటో వెళ్ళిపోతుంది ఆకిడ్ అంటారు కదా. అలాగే మీరు భీమవరం బస్సు కోసం ఆకివీళ్ళు ఉంటే వాళ్ళు ఏమంటారు? భీమవరం అనలో ఏమంటాడు? భీమవరం అంటాడు. అంటే he would not speak some of the words in the word. See, Bhimavaram, he would not speak all parts of the word, Bhimavaram. Not, he speaks like that. He speaks only Bhimavaram. So in this way, articulation, that is the important in the oral communication. And modulation, varying the tone and the pitch of your voice is called modulation. Suppose you are very happy. You may raise your modulation in high pitch. You may very enjoyment. You may show your enjoyment with high pitch. Okay. Suppose any sad news you want to express means we may lower our voice. Modulation changes. The pitch of the voice also changes at the time. Hello? Some of you speaking. Hello? Now, pronunciation. Come to know about that pronunciation. For oral communication, we should remember pronunciation. Pronunciation basically deals with the stress and a non-stress of consonants and vowels. and opening and closing of the mouth, and opening and closing of the mouth. Okay, pronunciation also very important. Enunciation. Now, fifth point is enunciation. What is enunciation? What is an enunciation? Refers to the care and precision with which you use your tongue and jaw to produce clear speech sounds. Okay. Suppose your hands tied back. Your hands are tied back. And can you speak properly? Can you show all feelings? That is enunciation. Free movement should have your tongue and jaw also. Tongue and jaw also. Then only we can freely we can speak all of the sounds. Enunciation, tongue and jaw movements also help us to speak properly. Repetition. See, now repetition. The key phrases are used with different vocal emphasis for creating an impact on the listeners by repeating. By repeating, you help the person, just a spelling mistake is there, all of you find that. You help the person to assimilate the thoughts well. Assimilate the thoughts well. See, number of times I am repeating that. Hello? Number of times I am repeating that the communication, the word derived from the Latin word of communis. By repeating, because some of you may not listen well, may not listen at the first time, may not listen at the second time, maybe listen at the third time. I hope you that you may listen at third time, and fourth time I am asking, you can speak well and you can answer well, you can answer my question by repeating. By repeating, I am asking again, all of you open our mic once, unmute our mic once, all of you unmute your mic once. Okay, unmute our mic once. The communication, the word derived from the, fill the gap. Latin word of
Communism.
communism, not
Latin word of
communist.
Communist.
Latin word of communist. Latin word of communist. It means
To express our feelings
too
and
common.
One to another.
Okay, it means too common. Communist means too common.
Common.
Okay, so to share our ideas, thoughts, and etc. Okay, that is the communication. Okay, now seventh point we are going to learn about that speed. Speed, the rate and timing of the words when you are actually speaking is called speed. The rate of rate of and timing of words. Very fast means some of the people cannot follow the speed of the speaker's words and cannot assimilate. Okay, and it also plays better role in the best communication. Okay, now I would like to show another PPT. Wait, all of you. Okay, then now becoming a good written communicator. Becoming a good written communicator. Becoming a good written communicator. How can you become as a good written communicator? See, look here. Written communication has to be simple, and easily understand, and transparent and pleasant, pleasant. It must be understood by everyone. Suppose COVID is there. See, instructions are there. Instructions are written. instructions are written. Suppose those instructions are not simple, those instructions are cannot understand properly, and those are not transparent, not pleasant, we cannot follow. Assimilation is important. The language must be simple, must be understood by everyone, must be transparent and pleasant. Okay. Classroom communication aims at simplicity. Classroom communication aims at simplicity, should have clarity, authenticity, and completeness. Authenticity and completeness. Suppose one sentence is there. If you if you stand in the class, if you are late for the class, I'm not completing. Can you understand? No, you cannot understand. So completeness should have the completeness. If you are standing in the classroom, that means you are asking any question. You have some doubt. The speaker may think that you are asking any question. You are having some trouble. Anyway, okay. Correct punctuations, and in the written communication, place correct punctuation. Punctuation. For one example is there. In the olden days, one telegram was received by the jailer. That jailer received that kill him, do not leave him. Kill him, do not leave him. So the person was hanged. Very sad that. Actual message is that not. Kill him not, leave him. The comma is there. Kill him not. After the not, comma is there. Kill him not, leave him. But kill him, comma, not leave him means he was hanged. Very sad. Okay. So punctuation plays vital role. Punctuation plays a vital role in the meaning, in the written communication, and precise message composition are rules that govern writing. Okay, then next, see, points to remember in communication for classroom teaching. Hello? 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 Some of you speaking? Hello? Points to remember in communication for classroom teaching. See, first point, don't be too wordy. Be concise. వాగుడికాయలా వాగుతూ ఉంటే దాంట్లో అర్థం లేకపోతే మ్యాటర్ తక్కువ ఉంటుంది. బీ కన్సైజ్, దాన్ని చక్కగా తగు మాత్రం మనం వర్డ్స్ ఉండాలి. అవాయిడ్ యూజింగ్ ప్యాసివ్ వాయిస్. అవాయిడ్ యూజింగ్ ప్యాసివ్ వాయిస్. ప్యాసివ్ వాయిస్ మీన్స్ దట్ ఈస్ డన్ బై మీ, అది నాతో చేయబడ్డది, దట్ ఈస్ డన్ బై మీ అంటాం కాకుండా అది నేను చేశాను. యాక్టివ్ వాయిస్. యూజ్ ద యాక్టివ్ వాయిస్. Avoid repetitions. Avoid number of times repeating the same sentence and repetitions, and avoid the repetitions. Avoid concealed verbs. Avoid the concealed verbs, and avoid using vague and abstract words. Hello? Avoid using vague and abstract words. Vague means the sentence should give two meanings and vulgar meanings, and should not use the abstract words. Hello? Avoid faulty use of prepositions. Faulty use of prepositions. Avoid inflammatory language. Avoid complex sentences. Okay, qualities of a good communication in classroom teaching. We should have the self-control, not feeling nervous, poised, in good command body language, awareness of audience, time and place, full knowledge of the pupils, tact, ability to blend with the students and the matter, decisiveness, being clear about the subject, persuasiveness, ability to make the Listeners see your point of view and should have the enthusiasm, keeping up the spirit of the presentation, should have the good language, should use the good language, language which is within the reach of students, flexibility, not being rigid if there is different point of understanding from the student. Okay, I would like to conclude today's session. I would like to continue in my next class. Okay, thank you all of you. Once
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Have a great day, sir.
wait all of you. Take a picture, all of you. Take a picture. Take a picture, all of you.
Hello.
Hello? 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 Hello?